My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Amari Jones just wins his title eliminator against Vincenzo. And, bro, I've been saying this. This dude passes the eye test and will be a middleweight champion of the world someday. I have absolutely no doubt from what I've seen from Amari Jones in his last couple fights. It's absolutely incredible, dude. But during today's fights, of course, I had to wait for them to end. Chris Mannix interviewed Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar De La Hoya gives us the answer. If Ryan Garcia is actually taking on Conor Benn September 12th in Las Vegas, Chris Mannix asks him, we heard about the breaking news. Is this true? Now, I'm going to read to you exactly word for word what Oscar De La Hoya said as the fight just went down. I can't show you guys the actual clip due to copyright rights, but I wrote it down word for word. I said, hell nah. I've got to come and report this to my MMA boxing addicts. So this is what Oscar De La Hoya had to say in the first question that Chris Mannix asked. Is the fight really taking place? Oscar De La Hoya says, I can't confirm, but I never shy away from Ryan Garcia fighting the very best. If Conor Benn is who he wants, then that's what we do. I mean, I work with every promoter out there. If I have to work with Zuffa, then we work with Zuffa. Look, Dana White's a Neanderthal, but I still work with him. I'll still work with him to make the fights happen. But we're never fighting for that Zuffa bout. It's just a unicorn bout. The WBC bout is what Ryan wants, and that's what he's going to defend. But if it's Conor Benn, then it's Conor Benn. So he's not denying that the fight's going to happen. He's actually saying, yo, if Ryan really wants this, then this is what's going to happen. But then Chris Mannix asks him, wow, if the fight does take place, which this is a fantastic question, who's going to be broadcasting it? Because we know Ryan Garcia is signed with Golden Boy Promotions. Golden Boy Promotions is with Dazn. And we know Conor Benn is with Zuffa. Zuffa Boxing is with Paramount Plus. Oscar De La Hoya makes a strong claim that could be a roadblock in actually making this fight happen if it isn't completely signed yet and negotiations are not completely done yet. Oscar De La Hoya says, hold on, let me flip to the page real quick. It's going to be very interesting. Like I said, I will never get in between making a fight happen. I'll work with any promoter out there to make the fights happen that the fighter wants. But this fight is going to happen on Dazn for sure. Dazn is the place, the global home of boxing, and this is where it's going to happen. Bottom line, we feel that Ryan Garcia is the world champion, so he gets to call the shots. If Conor Benn wants to fight him and make it happen, it has to be on Dazn. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very important when it comes to setting up this fight. Because so far you look at Conor Benn, who fought against Regis Prograis on the undercard of Tyson Fury versus Arslan Bekmambetov, which was a Ring Magazine Netflix card, was not put on Dazn. You couldn't go to Dazn and watch this fight. You had to go to Netflix. So far, every Zuffa numbered event has been on Paramount Plus. Oscar's saying the fight's not going to happen unless it's on Dazn. So that means that Dana White, Turki Al-Sheikh, Conor Benn are all going to have to comply and be willing to let this fight happen on Dazn. So this is where things are going to start getting interesting. Is Turki, who, and Sella, and these dudes have a stake in Dazn? Are they going to comply with this and allow just the fight to be aired on Dazn? Are they going to fight and try to get some type of joint, deal done where it's played not only on Dazn, but also Paramount Plus and also Sky Sports? I mean, could you imagine the amount of eyeballs And the amount of reach, the amount of money that they can make. But of course, sometimes people don't want to work together like that. So we're going to have to see what ends up happening. But let me know what you guys think, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely breaking news. Oscar doesn't deny it, neither confirms it, but basically says, we're ready to make this fight happen if this is what Ryan Garcia wants. He's willing to work with Zuffa. Dana White, yeah, he's a goddamn annoying dude, but I'll work with him. Let me know what you guys think. I told y'all, bro, Oscar was going to be the first dude that folded out of all the goddamn promoters. And the dude was fighting for the Muhammad Ali Act. Money talks, bro. Money talks.